Good morning, Utah. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the work week. The time is currently 5:14. As we start off with the satellite and radar, things are relatively calm across the Beehive State this morning. The system that we were talking about yesterday now working its way over to the east. We have high pressure that's beginning to build in. That will keep our weather quiet for today, and mostly as we close out the work week, there will be a weak system that tries to bring some wet weather to eastern Utah as we go into our Thursday and Friday. We'll talk about that in just a bit, but it really won't bring too many changes when it comes to our weather. So our weather headlines for today include sunshine for today, near seasonal temperatures. We will be staying breezy, and in locations like lower Washington County with winds out of the northeast this morning, we could see some gap winds, something to keep in mind there. But we'll trend even warmer to close out the work week, and then eventually as we go into this weekend, we'll see those temperatures ramp up even more. Here's the current view from Red Cliffs Lodge in Moab. Twinkling stars above, calm conditions down below. Very pretty view as we're starting off the day in southeastern Utah. And as we look at Snow Basin, got the twinkling stars above Mount Ogden, and still plenty of snow up on the mountain. That's a really pretty view. Temperature-wise, most of us are starting off in the 30s and 40s. We're even sitting at 33 degrees in Park City. After this time yesterday morning, we were sitting in the 20s. Currently sitting at 56 degrees in St. George, so chances are you want a jacket, light jacket, or sweater as you head out the door. Probably that light jacket if you're along the Wasatch Front. By 9 o'clock this morning, temperatures will be in the upper 40s, eventually climbing into the middle 50s for your lunch hour. So if you're going to eat lunch outside, maybe not a bad day to do so. Then those temperatures eventually climbing into the low and mid 60s this afternoon along the Wasatch Front, which is exactly where we should be for this time of year. We'll see a little bit more cloud coverage by the second half of the day, but still mostly sunny skies. And for your regional forecast today, daytime highs in northern Utah generally in the 50s and 60s. And as we make our way down to southern Utah, daytime highs generally in the 60s and 70s. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, and we'll see a daytime high of 81 degrees in St. George. But we'll go ahead and zoom things in here for you as we see a daytime high of 51 in Park City, 58 degrees in Heber, and more spots in the Uinta Basin today. We'll see daytime highs in the 60s as Vernal gets close, getting to 59 degrees this afternoon. We'll see a daytime high of 63 in Gunnison, 63 in Emory, 63 in Fillmore. Then down in southern Utah, a daytime high of 72 in Hanksville, 56 in Monticello, 71 in Lake Powell, 73 in Kanab. And we'll get to a daytime high of 64 degrees in Beaver. Let's go and begin the Futurecast at 5 o'clock this morning. And that low pressure, as we talked about, is going to continue to move away to the east. High pressure will build in, so that'll keep our weather quiet for today. But as we go into tomorrow, that high pressure will try to block a low pressure coming in from the northwest. This might be able to bring us a few showers, mainly the second half of tomorrow into early on Friday. Generally for the eastern half of the state, I'm thinking that best chance will be in the Uintas and then in our easternmost counties. But we could see at least some moisture for the Wasatch back and maybe the Wasatch Mountains at the western extent of what that low pressure could bring us. But again, that high pressure going to try to block it. So those winds out of the north, those temperatures come down slightly for our Friday after climbing a little bit tomorrow. But as quickly as we get into this upcoming weekend, high pressure will be the name of the game. And with winds switching more out of the west, then eventually out of the southwest, those daytime highs will be well above our seasonal averages by the time we get into our Sunday, into our Monday, before we could start to see a little bit more active weather by the middle of next week. But we will be going on that warming trend, and it'll be very apparent here on the Salt Lake City forecast over the next several days, where today very close to that seasonal average, a little bit above for our Thursday. The temperature comes down just a little bit on Friday with the passage of that system. Then that warm-up really begins going into our Saturday and Sunday. And if you're keeping track at home, we still have a lot of snow stored up in the mountains, 26.4 inches of snow water equivalent. As of right now, there are no flood watches, warnings, or advisories, but we'll likely see that increased runoff, so we'll keep a close eye on it. So even if flooding is not a threat, water will be running very fast and will be very cold. So make sure that you're staying away from our creeks, streams, and rivers. And those slot canyons could become inundated with runoff, so we'll continue to keep a close eye on that. For St. George, we'll go from the low 80s today to the middle 80s for our Thursday and Friday. Then daytime highs this weekend likely going to be in the 90s with overnight lows in the 60s. It's going to be a toasty weekend across the southwest desert. Then along the Wasatch Front, daytime highs very seasonal for today, dropping into the 40s tonight. Near 70 degrees for our Thursday and Friday. Just a little bit more cloud coverage for our Thursday. Then it's upper 70s on Saturday, and then low to mid 80s Sunday into Monday. So the warmer temperatures, they are very much so on the way. But let's go ahead and